Oh, hello, friends. How are you? I'm sitting in the car again by myself, of course. Who has time to sit with me in the car on a Tuesday? No one, apparently. Greetings. It is October 30th. Tomorrow's Halloween. And, as the kids get older, Halloween seems to take on less importance in my life. As for the third year in a row, my younger son is going. It's the same thing, just because he doesn't want to make anything up. And my older son just bought a mask and has nothing else going on, as far as I know. But we have traveled far from the days when I had to make a lot of costumes out of cardboard and old cell animation paints that I still have. But I have not thought about Halloween at all. Tomorrow I will have to think about it, which I don't want to, but we got to drag the kids around to the neighborhood, and New York is weird with Halloween in that you have to, the stores give out candy, which I definitely wasn't a thing when I was growing up, but now the stores give out candy, and then some of the neighborhoods, the more affluent neighborhoods, give out candy. Oh, a fire truck! Oh, burr, burr, burr. So there's a neighborhood over here on Grace Court Street, and it's all, fabulously wealthy people, and they'll just have tons of candy, and people come. It's a giant magnet for people from many neighborhoods to come and do their costumes, and of course, you see all manner of costumes. There was a children's costume parade, but again, as my children are older, it's an afterthought. We see the people in the costumes and be like, oh, it must have been a children's parade. Now, here's the thing. I read somewhere that they're talking about just moving Halloween practices to a Saturday and just not having it be celebrated on the 31st, but just to avoid the hassle of everyone having to take their kids out on a day where there's school the next day. And what do you think about that? It didn't even occur to me. There was all these parties this weekend, or I was looking into a place to go dancing, and it was like, bring a costume, and I was like, oh shit, I just wanted to go out. Do I have to wear a costume? I mean, I have a costume. Always prepared for absurd costumery, but didn't really want to spend any extra money. And also, didn't really want to dress up. But in the end, we didn't go out, so it didn't matter. But yeah, it's an interesting thing. Because I know a lot of places, they don't do Halloween on the day if it's not convenient, or they do Halloween earlier. I remember one time I was in Milwaukee as preteen for Halloween, and I was like, why is everyone doing it on this different day instead of on the 31st? Now, I was used to growing up in the city, Manhattan, and we used to go into people's buildings, and you would go up to a floor, and then either you have a list of the apartments that's celebrated, or you just go down the stairs of the staircase, the emergency staircases, not the outside, but the internal building staircases, and people would have, it was clear who did and who didn't allow trick-or-treating or participate. And we would go from one friend's building to another friend's building and hit everybody. Have a giant plastic pumpkin full of candy. I do remember my friend at the time, who I've lost touch with, this gentleman by the name of Adam Lynn. He lived in a building on between West End Avenue and Riverside Drive in the 70s in Manhattan. And in his building lived Frank Oz from Sesame Street originally, and then director of many things, such as the Blues Brothers and things like that. And multiple Halloweens, we would ring his doorbell to see if we could meet him and get candy from him, but no. But that was the first time I ever ran into trying to get candy from an Orthodox Jew, which does not work. Or at least in this case, it didn't. We rang the doorbell, and the guy was like, "Why are you ringing my doorbell? I don't celebrate Halloween." And we were like, "What do you mean you don't celebrate Halloween? It's just about candy." And he said, "No." So, being that it was in an apartment building, we did not prank him. We did not give him the trick part. But boy, we should have shaved and creamed that guy's door. Although it would have been pretty obvious who it was. So that's the part about the trick or treat. If you do the trick, do you do the trick even if you will be caught? I don't think you do. But yeah, that was an interesting encounter as a young child. But yeah, and then and maybe I mentioned at one point or another that one year I went to a friend's house and they lived in a building that was 2 giant towers connected by a mutual lobby, and we went down, across the lobby, up, down, like a building with like 30 floors, and then we sat and we ate. We were like talking about eating candy and eating the candy, and then we made like hybrid costumes out of each other's costumes, and then went back and did the and so it was like we double dipped on those fools. We got all day candy. They didn't have no candy left. They were like, people came by and were like, "Was there candy?" And there was. But these dudes came and took it all with their double costume gambit. It was rather clever of us, I would like to say. What does this do? Can I comment on my own video? Why would I do that? That doesn't make any sense. I want it to go away. Why would I do that? They've changed the way this looks, so I can't tell who's joining anymore. It's very frustrating to me. But anyhow, tomorrow's Halloween. Not quite as excited as I used to be about it. But what are you going to do? That's life. That's what life's all about. Losing interest in things over time, I think. Right? That's a motivational poster, isn't it? But yeah. What was the other thing? Oh, the other thing is that, we used to have a friend that used to have everybody over after. And that couple got divorced, and then now the friendly one of that couple moved further away and is still like willing to host some adult drinking after the Halloween, but like it's in the middle of nowhere in Brooklyn, I should say. So it's at Red Hook, which is not close. So it would mean driving or taking an Uber. It's a lot of effort, to be honest. Not that we don't go there all the time anyway, but it used to be on the way back to our house. We would stop by and have some stuff. Oh, did you hear the helicopter? Helicopter. There's a lot of helicopter traffic in this neighborhood. So close to Wall Street. Execs, they got places to go. They don't got time to fool around. They don't want to be stuck in traffic. They want to be in a helicopter. Oh, hello, Peter Alberts. It's been a long time since I've seen you face to face. Probably 1996 or something like that. In Milwaukee proper. And probably at Comedy Sports. But thanks for tuning in. Speaking of that, I've got an improv show next week. Jiminy Christmas. I should probably make sure my 1940s suit is not destroyed. Now, I did buy this suit specifically for this improv show, which is a 1940s sci-fi radio improv show. And I feel like the sleeves are falling off. It was a cheap suit. It was a very cheap suit. It's a place called New Era that sells crazy suits. You can get a zoot suit there. You get children's tuxedos and stuff. But I bought myself a nice double-breasted suit, and I think it was like $60. It looks great. I look great in it. This top is a little big, but that's because my body's a weird shape. I'm shaped like Huey. Or whatever, not Huey. Not Stumbo. The big duck person. Anyway. Or a Weeble, perhaps. Oh, Look at this giant truck is coming. It's coming. It's so close. It's so close. It's delivering food. It's a fresh direct truck. Yay! And greetings to you, and Grizar. Thank you for spending your afternoon with me as I while away the time in the car. I was going to say, Andrea lives in Boston, or outside the environs of Boston, and the Red Sox won the World Series, and it's an exciting time to be in a town where the Red Sox, or the hometown team, has won the World Series. This is the 4th World Series for the Red Sox in the last, 20 years. So it's exciting. I'm glad it happened. It was a great year. You don't get tired of it happening. But I can certainly understand why other people would be tired of it happening, because the Red Sox have done it frequently in recent years. But it's such a grind. I mean, like, how many games is it in the year? So many baseball games, which I enjoy. It's a great thing to just be able to put on, especially because I get the MLB TV package, and we just watch the baseball games and talk about all the different players. But I would have preferred... No, you know what? Well, I would have preferred if Milwaukee also made it, but then I would have had so many people from Milwaukee giving me shit about the Red Sox that it probably was for the best that the Red Sox did win. If the Brewers are in it against any other team, I'd be down. Although normally I cheer for the American League over the National League, because I think that the designated hitter rule is stupid. But I'm just not interested in watching. I'm not interested in watching the pitcher ever hit the ball. It's just not. It doesn't make for good baseball, if you ask me. And this is Lou's Sports Corner. So let's talk sports. Next caller, come on in. So that was exciting. It was nice to watch a lot of that with my kid. Unfortunately, also, the baseball game starts at 8 and goes until 11. So my 9-year-old could not watch ever. He could only watch the first third of it before he had to be, put to sleep with my special, gentle, loving chokehold that I do to my children every night. It's, every night. The hardest part of that is training them not to struggle as you bring them gently into unconsciousness with direct pressure to the carotid artery and their windpipes. Now, originally, the first 4 or 5 years of life, the children really struggle. I mean, it's like, because it's a life or death thing. But once they gain your trust and they get used to the sensation of having air and blood restricted, they get, they just go down, out like a light, and they stay out. That's the important part. None of that, like, getting up and whatever, crawling around, asking for water. Just like when it's time to go to sleep, out. It's like 15 seconds if you really do it right. And it's much, and the trauma, I'll let them sort that out as adults. But right now, everything's great. But, let's see. So, in sad news, I had a friend pass away this week, a former coworker who I was friendly with, apparent heart attack at a very young age, and a lady. If you're watching this and you know me, please get yourself checked up, take care of yourself, and make sure you got a will. It's a real bummer. And I, posted a thing on Facebook about it, and people have been very nice about it. It's not a personal loss like a family member dying, but it's a bummer and a shocker, and really sad. In good news, it looks like I landed a nice voiceover job, segueing off the death into life. So I'm excited about that. Be doing some nice stuff. Now, who is this? What is this trying to... Oh, this is the Peter Albert thing, I think. Right? It's like this whole new interface. Facebook, stop tinkering with shit. I feel the same way about Apple. It's just like, you got something that works? Stop fucking with it. Especially all the different weird apps you've been ruining over the years. But yeah, so I'll talk more about that when I actually start recording them. I was awarded the job, which turned out to be a number of jobs and not just one job. So that was the exciting part. I thought it was just going to be like a one-off thing, and it turned out to be like possibly a 15-part thing, which is key in not being desperately broke all the time. But yeah, so more on that. And if you live in the Rio Grande, Texas area, listen for my voice, because you might be hearing it very soon. And then after that, man, the year's almost over. It's crazy. Crazy to think about that. Who is, someone just joined? Oh, it's Matty Mo. Nice to see you, Matty Mo. I'm glad that you stopped in for some post late afternoon hanging out on the Facebook with me. Cheers to you. Hope everything is going great for you over at Riot. It's going okay. Do you want to come on camera and say hello? It's been a while. I don't know if you're at your desk or what, but I can invite you in if you like to spend some time chatting. Would you like to do that? Or no, you can say no too. Yeah, still looking for work and still sitting in my car like a chump. But yeah, I'm assuming, are you still working at Riot? Matt Mohan? I don't know. I just call you Matty Mo. That's cool. I'm not going to attempt to say your last name. I haven't watched the games, the World's Finals, as they are happening in Korea and are on at 4 o'clock in the morning. But I'm still enjoying watching them, even though it bums me out every time I fucking watch them, because it's like, oh yeah, I was doing that and enjoying doing it until they close the office. What are you going to do? Still applying for jobs and going to interviews and stuff out here. It's just weird. The president seems to think that everyone's got a job. It's not the case. But thank you for tuning in and saying hello. I want to hear what's happening. What things are happening rapidly. Tell me another time. We'll catch up on Facebook or text. I'd love to hear it. I'd love to come back out to LA and see everybody too, but that might have to wait until next year when if I get invited to a certain party, which may or may not happen. But yeah, I'd love to come back out to LA. Especially, I'd look for jobs there, but don't have that luxury right now. But yeah, put a pin in it. I want to talk to you, Matt Mo. We're going to talk about it. Yeah, and of course you heard about Lisa, which is totally crazy. I mean, you have to, it's always those moments where you're like, oh shit, like, people die. You don't think about it on a day-to-day basis because you're busy living your life. But, damn, time flies. Take care of yourself. Unfortunately, our friend who passed away was a high-stress job person and got into her work. I wouldn't have thought she was unhealthy, but sometimes that kind of stuff just kind of sneaks up on you, especially heart attacks and stuff like that. There's like a weird, someone was saying that like the 40s and 50s, surprise heart attacks are like a real something you got to worry about. And so now I have been worrying about it, but yeah, heart attacks. I'm trying to think. Not that many people in my family have died of heart attacks unless they were already very old. So, it doesn't, I don't think it runs in the family. High blood pressure, yes, whatever. But yeah, it's kind of a scary thing, especially when it's so like out of the blue. But yeah, I hope everyone out there in at Riot is okay with, or happy and healthy and doing well. Speaking of that, being healthy, Asher, my youngest son, has his flag football team has one more game in the season, and they are undefeated. So it is flag football. It's his first time ever playing football, and but his team has been amazing. They've been really, really good. They have this girl on the team that is crushing it. She's just amazing. And there's a guy. There's a number of people on the team who are amazing, which is great, considering that the team was put together in a draft, like an actual draft of kids. And they had all these like 9 and 10-year-olds up to 12 or however, doing this like combine where like they actually took stats of all the kids, and all the coaches had to then draft teams, and at a certain point you don't know who these kids are. You're just drafting kids that you have no idea. And Asher was one of those kids, but because one of his friends is on this team, they drafted him, and he's really been liking it, especially because our team wins. Our team has been winning nonstop, which is pretty great. But last week, I think we had like 4 different people score touchdowns, and the opposing team only scored 1 touchdown. And that was great. And on the other team, Anna Gastheimer from SNL fame was her son was on the team. And I was like, well, she was there. I don't know her, so I didn't say hello, but I was just like, I've seen her in the neighborhood before, and I was like, oh, well, what do you know? There she is. And her son was on the losing team, so. All right, if I did know her, I would have been able to really rub it in, because I'm a real jerk about that kind of thing. I like to really let people have it. Yeah. I have a new episode of my podcast is out today. If you're interested in watching or listening to that, it's an ear thing. So go to LouReads.com or go to iTunes and search for Lou Reads. It's all about the afterlife and what happens to you when you die, which is, a coincidence considering that a friend of mine died. But having listened or read all these things about the afterlife, now I know what happens when you die. So it's very reassuring. Now, my takeaway from reading this Afterlife forum is that if you are unhappy with the way life is, you can kill yourself and just get to the afterlife right away. That's just, it's probably the best thing to do. There's actually a lot of people who actually discuss that, and people try, on the forum are like, well, don't kill yourself, and they have all these sort of convoluted reasons about why you shouldn't kill yourself here, because you're cutting your own plan out, and you've planned your whole life, and what you wanted to learn and get out of life before you were born. You had this whole life plan, and forgetting the life plan is part of the plan. So you don't, that's why everything you need to know before you're born. And then once you are, smacked on the butt to like start crying, you forget it all. So, this is not spoilers, but, yeah, so that's what happens. So, but when you commit suicide, you're cutting your plan short, and you just go back, and then then you have time to go and sort of think about what you have done, and then you might have other chances to come back to live out your allotted time on Earth, even if you cut it short. So, yeah, and also I found out, there's so many things to find out. I don't want to spoil it for you. I want you to listen to LouReads.com and find out about all the different things that you've not knowing, forgotten. It may have been part of your plan before you were born that you were going to listen to LouReads.com, and then you forgot, and now I'm reminding you, which is all part of the plan. The plan is the plan. The pattern is the pattern. But yeah, my time in the car here is finally up. So I'm going to get out of the car. Thank you for sticking with me this whole time. You can see that the light is completely changed. I'm being lit now almost entirely by street lights and passing cars. The super flattering forehead lights as they pass by. The tail lights do add a nice little... No, well, that's heavy braking, so that's different. But it's been nice talking to you and to myself for the most part. I'm going to get out of the car now and make some dinner for my children. Nothing special, just garbage, basically. Fried up garbage. All right. Thanks for sitting with me. See you later.